If you wake up tired even after hours in bed, it's not just lack of coffee. The problem starts in the first 120 minutes. That's where fear, haste, and anxiety decide the tone of your day. The paradox is simple. When you do less, but do it right in the early hours, there is much more energy left until the evening. Today I will show you 7 practical things to start over differently, clear, repeatable, and possible even on bad days. Within a week, you notice your body feeling lighter, your head feeling calmer, and your courage returning. There is controversy here. It's not the cell phone that informs you. It's the cell phone that exhausts you early in the morning. And it pays off quickly. With light, water, movement, and simple choices, your energy doubles without relying on brute force. No magic formulas. It's step by step, with room for those who struggle with fear and anxiety. In the end, there is still one bonus habit that ties everything together and closes your day with peace. If this makes sense, come with me to the end and test it out. 7 days. Before we begin, a request from the heart. Follow the channel for this message to reach more people who need to be freed from this cycle of fear and anxiety. Let's change the mornings, and by extension, the rest of the day. You wake up, turn off the alarm, and grab your phone without thinking. Within minutes, you are already reacting to messages, news, and requests. The body wakes up tired because the mind started racing and without direction. This habit seems small, but it drains your energy right from the start. And it still sparks fear and anxiety even before the first coffee. The solution is not to do 1,000 things, nor to become another person overnight. It's about regaining control of the first few minutes and choosing your rhythm. When you decide how you want to feel, your body follows suit. Energy is not luck. It is a set of simple choices repeated. Let's do this together, starting in a way anyone can do. Today you will learn 7 clear things to double your energy. They all fit into the first 2 hours and don't require anything complicated. I'll show you what to do and how to do it step by step. No empty promises, just practice that works in real life. And in the end, fear and anxiety lose their power because you will be in control. Waking up with light and intention is the first habit. In the first few minutes of the day, your body is still getting into gear. Here comes the first habit. Wake up with light and intention. Instead of picking up your cell phone, stand up and let the light touch your face. This simple beginning prevents the mind from racing and comparing. Less fear and less anxiety right away, more energy available. How to do it. Get up, open the window, or turn on a soft light in the room. Stand in front of the light for 30 to 60 seconds, eyes relaxed. Then take 3 slow breaths. Inhale, hold, and exhale through your nose. Mentally mark each phase counting to 4, without rushing or forcing. If you prefer, do it sitting on the bed, with your feet on the floor and your spine aligned. Why it works. Light tells the brain that the day has truly begun. Breathing slows the heart rate and takes the body out of alert mode. The mind gains space to choose and energy is not lost in noise. Repeat this ritual every day for a week and notice the difference. Hydration that wakes you up. Second habit, waking up a little dehydrated is normal. You've gone hours without drinking water, and this takes a toll on your energy, focus, and mood. When the body receives water early, blood circulates better, the head clears, and the feeling of heaviness decreases. It's not a miracle. It's basic physiology working in your favor in the first few minutes of your day. Less physical noise means fewer anxiety triggers and less desire to go back to bed. You start the morning with clean fuel, ready to support better choices. How to do it in practice. Leave a 500 milliliters bottle in sight overnight, already filled. When you get up, drink 300 to 500 milliliters in calm sips, at room temperature or slightly chilled. If you want flavor, add a few drops of lemon. It's not a magic potion, it's just to make it easier to get used to. Avoid sweets and avoid soft drinks and juices. Coffee can come later, preferably with food. This care reduces spikes and jolts that fuel anxiety and a racing heart. For the next 120 minutes, keep your body switched on with another 200 to 300 milliliters, divided between tasks. Simple example, 100 milliliters after the next chapter movement, and 100 milliliters before sitting down to work. Notice the signs. Less dry mouth, more alert mind, increased desire to move naturally. When your physical foundation is healthy, fear diminishes and you feel more in control of your own rhythm. With the tank full, let's wake up the body completely. 5-minute activation movement. Activation movement is the third habit now. Let's really get your body going. A 5-minute no-equipment warm-up. Moving early increases circulation, warms up your joints, and wires your brain for better decisions. When the body feels stable, fear disappears and anxiety naturally decreases. It's not a hard workout. It's a compromise with your day, waking up the system and removing the lock. Do it in the bedroom, hallway, or kitchen. Any free space will do. 5-minute protocol, set a timer. Minute 1, standing spine, hands on the wall. Round your back and extend 8 times, breathing. Minute 2, shoulders and chest. Circle shoulders back 10 times. Open and close arms like a hug 10 times. Minute 3, legs, sit and stand up from a chair 10 times. If you get tired, do half squats holding the sink. Minute 4 to 5, 20 calf raises plus 60-second march in place, arms swinging and looking at the horizon. If there is pain, reduce the range of motion and support yourself with your hands. If you are out of breath, slow down and stretch more. Validate the habit with something real. Mark A in your notebook as soon as you finish before coffee. Repeat for 7 days. You will notice warmer hands, a more alert mind, and firmer steps. Early movement helps with hydration and creates stable energy until mid-morning. Protein breakfast. Habit 4. The right breakfast prevents peaks and troughs that drain your energy. When you start with protein, your body stabilizes and your mind clears. This reduces nervous hunger, curbs sweet cravings, and calms anxiety. No need for a fancy diet, just put together a simple, repeatable dish. Stable energy in the morning equals less fear driving your decisions. How to do it. Aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein first thing in the morning. Use the rule: protein plus fiber plus good fat plus water. Coffee comes later. Base protein: eggs, natural yogurt, white cheese, or shredded chicken. Fiber: fresh fruit, oats, chia, or bread with good structure up to half a unit. Good fat: olive oil, peanut butter, or nuts in small portions. 3 quick combinations, 5 minutes each. Choose one and repeat for 7 days. 2 scrambled eggs with white cheese plus tomato. Half a banana on the side. Natural yogurt, 170 grams plus 2 spoons of oats plus 1 of peanut butter. Half a French bread plus 2 scrambled eggs plus a slice of cheese plus slices of papaya. Have dishes and ingredients ready the night before to make getting started easier. Now that the body is fueled, let's protect your head. Silence before the screen. Silence before the screen. 5th habit. The first notifications grab your attention, tire your head, and use up energy early. When you start reacting to everything, your body goes into unnecessary race mode. This increases fear and anxiety even when nothing serious has happened. Silencing the screen for a few minutes creates space to choose your own pace. You protect focus, reduce noise, and save energy for what really matters. How to do it. Place your phone face down and set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes. Do small, quiet tasks. Water, making the bed, making coffee in silence. Open the notebook and write only 3 lines without explaining too much. What's on my mind right now? 2. What really matters today? 3. A healthy boundary. Take a deep breath between each line. The goal is to empty and organize, not to get perfect. The effect is immediate. Fewer scattered thoughts, simpler decisions, stable energy. You realize what is noise and what is priority, and you act more decisively. Fear and anxiety lose volume because there is clear direction for the day. If you feel the urge to pick up your phone, write down after 9 a.m. and get back to your plan. Posture and energy breathing. Habit 6. Your body speaks before your mouth, and your posture sets the tone for the day. Stand with your feet firmly on the floor and your knees slightly loose. Neutral pelvis, shoulders back and down, chin parallel to the floor. Look at the horizon as if you see the path and not the obstacle. When the body feels safe, fear and anxiety decrease and energy rises. Now breathe in deeply, through your nose, filling your belly before your chest. Count 4 to inhale and 6 to exhale, for 2 minutes without rushing. Keep one hand on your abdomen to feel the rise and fall, the other on your ribs. If the mind wanders, go back to counting. No fighting, just calm return. This elongated breath tells the brain it's okay, you can release energy. Use 2 reminders throughout the morning: presence, posture, and long breath. Before opening emails or talking to anyone, do 3, 4 to 6 cycles and square your shoulders. When walking, imagine a string pulling at the top of your head and your steps firmly on the ground. This simple protocol cuts through social anxiety and organizes your gestures. With the body saying, "I can do it," we set off for the first act of courage. First act of courage, 7th habit. Now it's time for the first act of courage, a small action you've been putting off. Procrastination drains energy more than work. It consumes background memory. When you act on something specific, fear and anxiety lose their argument. It's not about solving life. It's about moving 1 centimeter firmly. This step cuts through inertia and frees up focus for the rest of the morning. Choose a single concrete task. Call, send a message, schedule. Organize 1 meter. Define the minimum version. What fits in 2 to 5 minutes without perfection? Set a 3-minute timer and get started before you think twice. If you get stuck, describe in a low voice what your hands will do in the next 10 seconds. Example, open the app, search for the contact, write good morning. Can I confirm at 3 p.m.? Send. Once you're done, mark A in your notebook and take 3 slow breaths. This microwrite teaches the brain that action brings relief, not danger. If you couldn't complete it, accept the half that was done and schedule the other half at a time. Repeat tomorrow with another task. Consistency turns courage into habit. In the next chapter, I will tell you the parable of Hannah and how a lamp changed her mornings. Anna always woke up in the dark, running after the day like someone who had already lost it. The room felt heavy and the cell phone pulled at your hand before you could even take the first step. Fear of being late, anxiety of failing, and the body lacking the energy to start. Until one Monday, she decided to try something simple. He placed a lamp on the bedside table and promised to turn it on first. On the first day, the light being on seemed like a small thing, but it changed the mood. She took 3 breaths, drank water, and did the movement for 5 minutes. It didn't solve life, but it broke the inertia that fed anxiety. On the 3rd day, he made the bed and calmly made himself some coffee. In the 5th, he made his first act of courage in 3 minutes and smiled. A week later, Anna noticed something new. The fear was still there, but less so. The lamp became a symbol. When the light came on, she remembered that she had a choice. With the body connected and the mind clear, the energy lasted all day. She understood. Simple constancy changes more than a giant will. And he decided to continue 1 step each morning until it became natural. For 7 days, repeat the 7 things in the first 2 hours and mark it when finished. Use a simple notebook. Write the date and list 1 to 7, leaving space next to it. In the middle of the day and at night, evaluate your energy from 0 to 10 and write down the number. If something gets stuck, slow down to a crawl. Minimum version 2 to 5 minutes and record anyway. The metric is constancy. Constancy dispels fear, calms anxiety, and sustains energy. Practical checklist. 1 light and intention, 2 water 300 to 500 milliliters, 3 movement 5 minutes, 4 protein breakfast, 5 silence before the screen plus 3 lines, 6 posture and breathing, 7 first act of courage. That's all, every day. At the end of each morning, write 1 line. What gave me energy today was _. This trains focus on what works and dampens the noise that fuels anxiety. Bonus habit: 2 minutes after the 7 things. Talk to God sincerely. Thank you for 3 specific things of this day. 2 delivered concern. Ask for wisdom to the next step. 4 declare choice. Today I act with courage. The Bible encourages gratitude, honest asking, and a renewed mind. This brings peace to the heart. Tomorrow morning is the real test. No brute force or 1,000 tasks required. Just the 7 things in the first 2 hours, in the simple way we agreed. Mark A at each step and at the end of the day, evaluate your energy 0 to 10. In 7 days, you will notice a more stable body, less fear, and less anxiety pulling at the wheel. Don't promise perfection, promise constancy. I want to provoke you with 3 questions. Which step will you automate first? What but it bothers you in the morning? Screen, rush, food, mess. What scene can you get it ready tonight to make tomorrow easier? Water, notebook, lamp, chair. Reply in the comments. This gives you commitment and helps those who are struggling like you. If this content gives you clarity, follow the channel and turn on notifications here. Week by week, we build habits that overcome fatigue, fear, and anxiety without magic, only with practice that fits into real life. Share this with someone who's exhausted. You could be the reason someone's mornings turn around.